Are you ready for this? It's the moment Forrest meets the stunning Jenny for the first time, and he's looking like an angel. So, we're sitting down now, right? Clever Jenny quickly spots Forrest's intelligence gap. Are you a bit of a goof? I mean, your mom said you are as dense as a brick. Jenny. And suddenly, I become the second most important person in Forrest's life. From that moment on, the two become inseparable. Jenny teaches Forrest how to climb trees and read, yet she always dodges going home. Forrest quietly accompanies her until one day an accident turned his childhood into a miracle. Run, kid. Hurry, run. But those pesky kids aren't letting up. They jumped in the car and zoomed after him. Go, kid, run. With those relentless pursuers right behind him, Forrest has to bolt forward. Maybe Jenny's shout sparked his potential. A miracle unfolds, and Forrest discovers. His legs are bursting with power. Those leg braces are flying off like confetti. The wheels of fate start turning, and Forrest is like a wild. In no time, he leaves those kids in the dust. From that day on, whenever Forrest wanted to go somewhere, had just run without a second thought. That day, he came looking for Jenny, but she wasn't at school. Forrest specifically ran over asking, Dad, why are you at school? SHHH, Dad's on the phone. Jenny, what's cooking? How come you're here? Jenna's living the single-parent life too. To Forrest, it seems like her dad loves her and showers her with affection. But the reality is starkly different. Jenna's dad is more like a villain, taking out his frustrations on her. Jenny drags Forrest into a cornfield. Why did you come here? Did you hear that? Dear daughter, give me a bird, so I can fly far, far away. Though Jenny can't transform into a bird, she sure does call the cops. When the cops stepped in, they took Jenny to her grandma's house. Not rich, but hey, it's super close to Forrest's place. Every stormy night, Jenny hops the fence and sneaks into Forrest's room because, guess what? She's scared of thunder. Childhood shadows leave Jenny feeling insecure, but in the end, they are each other's best friends. In middle school, Forrest is still bullied. Troublemakers turn into punks chasing him. They even bought a clunky car, but even that's too slow to catch him. Forrest can't outrun that, so he outsmarts them by darting into the school's football field, zooming past all the players. Who's that? That looks like Gump. A tiger. The coach sees Forrest's athletic talent shining through. They pull him into the school's football team. But Forrest doesn't even know the rules. One teammate shout run. He just beats one by one. He leaves opponents in his dust, helping the team rack up an impressive number of wins. Thanks to his sports skills, he breezes into college. But Jenna's off to an all-girls school. Every weekend, Forrest comes searching for Jenny, but she's got some rich kid carpooling her around. Then he spots someone on top of her and realizes she's being bullied. He charges forward, giving that bully a good whack. Forrest's surprise appearance wrecked Jenna's date with Mr. Rich Kid. Furious, she's about to lecture him, but Forrest pulls out some chocolate. Poor Jenny, he just doesn't get the whole boy-girl thing yet. College flies by, and Forrest continues in football, his talent impressing everyone so much so that he gets to meet the president himself. During dinner, Forrest gets a bit thirsty and, without a second thought, chugs down 15 bottles of soda. When he shakes hands with the president, Forrest begins to feel restless and uneasy. Fast forwarding 5 years later, Forrest graduates. Norm's beaming with pride from the audience, and just then, a military officer finds him. As part of the national call, recent grads receive their enlistment papers. On the bus heading to the army, Forrest faces another child. Luckily, a kind gentleman steps in to save the day. Forrest meets another significant figure, a man named Bubba, whose family has been shrimping for generations. Although his mom and grandma, they've worked for the employers, but Bubba dreams of owning his very own shrimp boat after serving. On the bus, he's all about that dream. Subtitles: Forrest is daydreaming about the military life that is about to begin from Forrest's perspective. He thinks he has to do is follow orders. When the sergeant says, "Assemble your weapons," Forrest is always the first. If the sergeant tells them to clean up, he scrubs the floor with a toothbrush. Forrest thinks of his mom, but often finds his mind drifting. One day, someone passes him a magazine, and lo and behold, there's Jenny. He discovers she got kicked out of school. Forrest jumps up and rushes to the theatre listed in the magazine, waiting anxiously for her. When he sees his old friend singing with a guitar, he feels nothing but joy for her. This had always been Jenny's dream, but reality hits hard when the audience starts harassing her. Forrest strides forward without hesitation. He gave the audience member who heckled him a stern scolding, but this incident ended up costing Jenny her job at the theatre. I love you, Forrest. You don't know what love is. Reflecting on childhood prayers, Jenny suddenly stands on a bridge, wishing she could fly away like a bird, just wanting to escape this miserable life. Thank goodness Jenny doesn't do anything rash. She flags down passing cars, ready to chase. To her, Forrest is too innocent, staying would only hold her back. But Forrest says, off to Vietnam front. Parting, Jenny warns him of battlefield dangers. Don't forget to subscribe.